There. Alright, so we have this video that's going to be about the volume of a right square pyramid. And actually, it's going to be about any square pyramid. Okay, it's going to be you'd use the same formula. Okay, it turns out, we're going to show this in class tomorrow, that you can actually fit 3 square pyramids into one rectangular prism as long as they both have the same height and base length. Okay, first I try to draw a picture of it. If you have 3 square pyramids with a 5 on the base, 5 is the square base length, and the height is 10. Now this height is different than the slant height. It's not the slant height. The slant height would be going down along the side like we talked about. For the surface area, this height goes straight through the middle of the shape. It goes straight down and forms a perpendicular to the base. Okay, and it will always be given to you, so don't need to worry about, oh, I don't know how to find it. For right now, when you get to geometry, you're going to have to find it. But right now, it's given to you, so you can enjoy that. So anyway, if I have 3 of these, they will all, if I fill them all with water or liquid or something, I can pour it into this container that has a base of 5 by 5 and it has a height of 10. And we'll show that in class tomorrow. Okay, so you can kind of see it. Well, from that, that's how we get the formula for the volume of a square pyramid. So we think about the volume of this rectangular prism is just simply length times width times height, like we talked about. So it's 5 times 5 times 10, which is 250. Then from that, we can see that the volume of the square pyramid then is going to be 1/3 of that, or 183 and 1/3. Okay, so let me show you the actual formula for it. It's kind of cool. Okay, so the formula for the volume of a square pyramid is 1/3 the base, the area of the base, capital B, times the height of the prism. And the height of the prism will be given to you most of the problems, pretty much all of them, unless we'll give you everything else and you got to find the height, which will be just as easy. So, and then the B, of course, the capital B stands for the area of the base. So let's do a problem, straight up, let's just do it like it is. Here's our square pyramid. We have the volume, write down the volume formula, and all you got to do is plug in the numbers. The base is going to be 6 by 6, it's a square, so it's 6 squared, 6 times 6, times the height, which is given to us, which is 10. We just take 1/3 of that. Okay, and sometimes you won't have a picture, you will have a thing written out, and you have to draw the picture. Okay, so here it says find the volume of the square pyramid that has a base length of 5 feet and a height of 20 feet. So again, write down the formula, fill in the numbers, and then you have your answer. Make sure always to label your answer cubic now because we're doing volume. So volume is 3-dimensional. Okay? Alright, let's do... Now I'd like to review a little bit because we're going to be reviewing in class and kind of keep going. Everything we've learned so far, I want to keep it fresh in your mind. So let's review the volume of a triangular prism. Okay, I drew one out here. Remember the formula for any prism is the area of the base times the height. Alright, so the base now is not this 4 by 10. The base is your triangle. The base of a triangular prism is a triangle. And the formula for the area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height. Okay, so it's 1/2 3 times 4. The way I tell who's the base and the height is that little box. That means a right angle. Okay, 3 times 4, and then times the height of the whole prism. In other words, it's how high it would go if it was standing up the right way, how high it would be 10. The 5 I don't need here. I'll need it for the surface area, but I don't need it for the volume. Okay, so the volume here is 60, and I would just say units cubed. Okay, for the surface area, okay, remember the surface area of a triangular prism is 2 times the area of the base, because I have 2 bases to cover, plus the perimeter, all the perimeter times the height. Okay, and of course you can shorten it down again to base times height plus the perimeter times the height of the whole prism. You plug in your numbers. The base and height is 4 by 3 plus the perimeter is 3 plus 4 plus that side. Well, that side is the same as this side, which is 5. So 3 plus 4 plus 5 times the height of the whole prism. Usually that number is a number you haven't used yet. By the time you get to some number I haven't used, okay, that's probably going to be the height. Kind of be a little hint for you. You work it all out, you should get 132. Again, units this time would be units squared. Okay, let's review a couple more things. Let's review the volume and surface area of a rectangular prism. Okay, volume again of any prism is area of the base times the height. So let's do all those things multiply together. You get 273 again, units cubed. Surface area is a little trickier. You could do the smiley face or the formula, and either way you get 302. Okay, I think we've done this enough. You can kind of get it. If you don't, please ask me a question in class. Okay, then lastly we have the volume and surface area of the square pyramid. Back to the square pyramid again. So volume, remember, is 1/3 the base times the height. Now this is not a prism, so the volume is not going to be area of the base times the height. This is going to be a pyramid, which is 1/3 the base times area of the base times the height. Just plug in the numbers. The area of the base is going to be 8 times 8, which is 64, and times the height. Now this time you'd use the height that they gave you, which is the one in the middle, not the slant height. So you use the 10, and you multiply it on out, and you get 213 again units cubed. Okay, Okay, then the surface area, remember doing that? Okay, it's going to be the area of the base, you only have one base, plus 4 of those triangles, which ends up being 2 times the base times the height. Okay, and that's going to be the slant height, that's the guy on the side, because it's part of the triangle part. So 8 squared is your base, then the 2, and then the base of this triangle now is 8, and then the height of the triangle is going to be your 12. All right, so you multiply all those out and you get 256, and again, this would be units squared. So we're going to work a lot of these problems in class, and we get a lot of practice with it.